All right, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a source about a pretty significant event coming up. It's all happening in the data and AI space.
That's right. And it's focused on a major European tech hub, Frankfurt.
Exactly. So our mission here really is to sift through this article and pull out the key highlights, the stuff you really need to know.
Yeah, we want to give you a quick sort of snapshot of where things are heading, that intersection of big data AI,
Yeah.
especially in that German context,
Okay, so the source itself, it's an article. It's laying out the details for the Big Data and AI World Frankfurt event.
which it calls Germany's leading event for professionals in data, analytics, AI. Sounds pretty important.
It does, and it's coming back to Messe Frankfurt. That's a huge venue, June 4th and 5th, 2025.
And it's part of a bigger thing, right? Tech Show Frankfurt.
Yeah, a whole cluster of tech events together. The scale mentioned in the article, it's pretty substantial.
Oh, yeah. Like, what are you talking?
Well, they're expecting over 7,000 attendees, more than 380 speakers.
Wow, 380 experts. That's a lot of brain power.
It is. And 11 content stages. Plus, they're really pushing the networking side, over 1,200 prearranged meetings.
Okay, so serious networking opportunities and sessions.
Over 240 sessions crammed into those 2 days.
Phew, that's intense. What kind of topics are they covering?
The usual suspects, data mesh, generative AI, MLOps, but also, interestingly, data culture.
Data culture. Yeah, that one always stands out. Feels less techy, more fundamental somehow.
Exactly. And that actually ties into a key voice the article spotlights right away, Dr. Karsten Bange.
Oh, right. Founder and CEO of BRRC. They're a well-known analyst firm in this space. So yeah, his view would carry some weight.
Definitely. And he's giving the opening keynote. The source says he really focuses on how companies actually get, real value out of all this data and AI stuff.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that because that feels like the core message, right?
Yeah.
Getting beyond the hype.
Totally. He's quoted saying something like, data products and AI agents aren't just another tech trend. He positions them as enablers for using data and AI across the whole company, driving actual business value.
Right. And just quickly, data products, it's like curated data sets ready for use. And AI agents are the automated systems doing tasks.
Yeah, basically, high-quality data packages and smart AI doing stuff. He says these are the things that deliver the value at scale.
Okay, makes sense. But there's a but, isn't there? I feel a but coming.
There absolutely is. That's the crucial bit he hammers home right after. He says basically, but they only work if the foundations are in place.
Ah, the foundations. Okay. What does he mean by foundations?
He lists them specifically: clear data and AI governance, a strong data culture, high data quality, and the right skills.
Right. Okay, that's a really powerful counterpoint to just focusing on the cool new AI features.
Isn't it? He's saying, look, all this exciting stuff, the AI agents, the data products, they're not magic. They completely depend on the less glamorous stuff underneath.
The plumbing, essentially. The
Yeah.
structure.
Exactly. Why do you think he's pushing that so hard? Is it because that's where companies are actually, falling down?
I think that's exactly it. Honestly, building a prototype, a cool AI model, or a nice data product, that's often doable. The hard part, the really persistent challenge, is making it work reliably, ethically, day in, day out, across a whole messy organization.
Right. Governance isn't just ticking boxes.
No. It's about trust, it's about usability, it's making sure you're not doing something harmful or stupid with the data, and data quality.
Well,
We all know garbage in, garbage out.
and scaling garbage is just expensive noise.
Precisely. Expensive, potentially damaging noise.
And culture, that feels like the really tough one. Changing how people think and work with data.
Oh, absolutely. It's huge. It's not an IT project. It's like rewiring the organization's mindset. And skills, too. It's not just about hiring PhD data scientists anymore.
You need broader data literacy, right? People across the business need to understand how to actually use these things.
Exactly. Analytical thinking, understanding the business problems. It's a whole spectrum. Lots of places have pockets of tech talent, but they lack that broad skill set and, importantly, the cultural readiness to really make it fly.
So Dr. Bange is basically saying, hey, everyone, look at the engine room. Stop staring at the shiny paint job.
Pretty much, yeah. Look at what actually makes this ship move.
It definitely shifts the focus from what cool AI can we build to something more like, are we actually set up to get any value from this?
Yeah.
Are we fundamentally ready? And the event itself seems to reflect that broader thinking. The article mentions other things, like the Empowered at Tech Show Frankfurt program.
Oh, yeah. Focused on diversity in tech.
Exactly. Which, ties back into culture and skills again, bringing in different perspectives is vital.
Makes sense. If your teams don't reflect reality, your AI probably won't either.
Right. And then there's this thing called the Visionaries Club. Sounds a bit exclusive.
It does. Says it's for C-level execs, which is significant, though, because getting that top-level buy-in, that understanding, you need that for driving big changes like governance and culture. It has to come from the top.
Can't build foundations without the architects agreeing on the plan.
Well put. And of course, they mentioned the happy hour.
Can't forget the networking.
Never discount the power of a good chat over a drink.
Yeah.
Sharing war stories, finding solutions.
Definitely. And the whole structure, the co-location thing you mentioned earlier.
Right, with cloud and AI infrastructure, cloud and cybersecurity, data center world.
It ties it all together, doesn't it? Your AI doesn't just float in the ether. It needs infrastructure. It needs security. It lives somewhere.
It brings it right back to foundations again, just the technical ones this time. It reinforces Dr. Bange's point. The foundation is multi-layered. Governance, culture, and reliable, secure tech underneath it all.
So let's pull this together for the listener. What does this deep dive into the event source really mean for you?
Well, I think it shows where the serious conversations are heading. Whether you're, planning strategy, trying to stay current, or even just curious.
The message seems clear. Yes, generative AI is exciting. Yes, data products sound great. But the people who really understand the space, like Dr. Bange, are saying, hold on, let's talk foundations.
Exactly. The real work, the key to actually getting that promised value, lies in nailing the basics. Solid governance, the right culture, clean data, the necessary skills, all that stuff.
It feels like the industry is maturing, maybe, moving past just the initial, wow, look what this can do phase.
I think so. It's moving towards the much harder questions of, okay, how do we make this work reliably, scalably, and deliver actual business results consistently?
And that means focusing on the underlying systems, both the tech systems and, the human systems, culture, skills, governance.
Yeah. And an event this big, putting those foundational themes front and center, starting with the opening keynote, that's a strong signal.
It says the roadblocks right now aren't always the tech itself. Often it's the organizational readiness. Are we actually prepared to use this tech effectively?
Which leads us nicely to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to kind of mull over.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, given all the excitement, all the investment pouring into the latest AI capabilities, these cutting-edge data products, are organizations, are we individually spending enough time and effort on those foundations?
Good question. The governance, the culture, the data quality, the skills, are they getting the attention they truly deserve?
Or is the focus maybe too skewed towards the flashy applications, the stuff built on top, while the base underneath is maybe a bit shaky?
Is the foundation getting overlooked in the rush? Something definitely worth thinking about as you hear more about AI and data.
Absolutely.
Okay, great discussion. Thanks for digging into this source with us on the deep dive.